Tonight here, a warning about Facebook and what some believe it's doing to kids. The warning comes from two of the company's earliest executives. Carter Evans is following this.
We kind of knew something bad could happen.
𝗣𝗢𝗪𝗘𝗥𝗦, a former Facebook executive once in charge of user growth, now says he has tremendous guilt about the social network he helped build.
We have created tools that are ripping apart the social fabric of how society works.
That stark warning from one of the founders of Facebook, the site's first president, Sean Parker, is now admitting that Facebook was designed to be addictive, and he's now worried about what that means for our children's brains.
And as he said upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, "Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?" And Jesus answered and said unto them, "Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. You shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. Then shall the end come."
There are these massively intelligent entities out there, but they're not good, they're not evil. They just don't give a shit about you, even in the slightest. The same way that you don't care about an ant is the same way they're not going to care about you. And these things that we're summoning into the world now are not demons, they're not evil, but they're more like the Lovecraftian great old ones. There are entities that are not necessarily going to be aligned with what we want. Nobody is paying attention. This thing is happening in the background while people bicker about politics and what's going to be in the healthcare plan in the US. And underneath it all is this rising tsunami that, if we're not careful, is going to wipe us all out.
So here's the deal, and I don't really understand it. We were warned right here in Ephesians 6:12. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers. Every single solitary device, everything that we possibly use, has a power button. The first thing you do before you interact with anything is hit the power button. You release the power. I could sit here all day long showing you article after article after article from any variation of magazines, whether it's psychology, whether it's technology, whether it's science, and every single one of them explains at some point how the internet makes life more complex by making things simple. But at what cost? Technology is making us stupid. Technology is making us lazy. Technology has made modern humans weak. From power tools to cordless tools to everything else, people aren't using anything anymore, and we're getting more and more passive, weak, and less empathetic. So when I see a story like this, it's just more of the same. People have voluntarily, in droves, brought these things into their houses, which are nothing more than listening devices. These things listen, and they can be hacked, and they can transmit, and they can pump out frequencies. Now, if you follow this channel for any length of time, you know I've spoken about targeted individuals, I've spoken about 5G, I've spoken about technology, I've spoken about frequencies. So Amazon hiding this information till it finally came out in Reuters today, where it was telling people to kill their foster parents. Well, they say that this was hacked by China because everything's hacked by China. Every time they get caught, it's China and Russia. If you have these devices in your house, get rid of them. You were warned. We were warned from day one. Do you think this is just an enormous coincidence? Seriously? How many of these power buttons are in your house? Links will be in the description. Richie from Boston.